mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Deep drop. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Steve Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, and en route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Fourth down, here's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They begin here with a run by West. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, Flacco now. Caught left side, Gilmore. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now West. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Now Flacco finding time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On the counter, here's Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. On third down, here's Bell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This is Bell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he is having a nice bounce-back game. I know in the meetings this week I kind of did the faux pas of asking, did he tweak something? Because he just wasn't sharp last week. But they said no, he was fine, and he's showing that here in this one.
Dan, I was really glad that was you who asked that question.
I knew you would.
No, I was like, hey, that's my man right there. Take one for the team. But I thought it was a legitimate question because the way he played last week, you wondered if maybe there was an injury that they hadn't discussed or talked about. They assured us no, and what we're seeing so far, it is no. He's quicker to the hole, faster than other people, and he's finishing runs in a big way, dropping his shoulder at the end of them.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a play fake here on first down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Roethlisberger to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Quite the uptick here from last week as the numbers show. I guess if you're a coordinator with how much you base your offense around a guy like this, do you say this week, we're going to get him involved early, we have to?
No doubt about it. You know, a lot of guys script their plays to start out. I think in their script, out of the first
just
5
wrote
plays,
his name on there.
4 of them were right to him. Get him the football, get him involved early. That'll help the overall offense.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.